Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Quick video right here. Somebody asked me about this and they kind of asked me my thoughts or if I was going to speak about coronavirus. And you know, I haven't. And the reason why is because, you know, I've been busy. Like today I work. Today is Sunday. Yes, I work. Just like you guys, I'm not a rich guy that makes YouTube videos for a living. I actually are not. If you want to support the channel, you're welcome to become a patron. But yeah, I had to go to work and just been busy. But one of you guys asked me, hey, you want to talk about this or are you going to talk about this? And I kind of got fed up here in the channel. I haven't come here and talk about it because primarily I got like 1,800 videos, I think, like over 1,800 or 1,700. So to me, it's kind of like really don't have too much more input to say about this. You know, there's a lot of channels here on YouTube talking about it. There's a lot of conversations about preparation. There's a lot of conversations about a lot of things. And to me, it's one of those things that, well, I don't know if I could add up to the game. But some of you guys want to hear my opinion. So I figure, you know what? I'd share some thoughts with you guys. First of all, preparedness. You should be prepared. You should be prepared. And, you know, it's something that we all lack because preparedness costs money. It really does. And, you know, when you start preparing food and water and things like that, preparedness costs money. And I know a lot of times, you know, regular working people, it's kind of hard to prepare for a lot of food or a lot of water and things like that. But it's always good to have enough food to be able to sustain yourself for a few weeks, right? And I feel that we're pretty good here. And in fact, back many years ago, when I started making YouTube videos, I actually put a lot of rice in buckets. There's a video here in my channel, me doing that. And I think that after, it has to be at least 5 years. I think I'm going to open it up in camera just to show you guys and kind of talk about storage of food at a long, you know, for a long time. But here's the thing. The moment that I heard the whole thing, the whole conversation, people flipping out about it, hasn't even made it to the United States, I went and I bought a bunch of cases of water. And I mean, again, you know, it was no issues in the United States. I mean, no talk. There was plenty of supplies. And I put a bunch of cases of water in my kids' room. I actually got it on Fabian's room. And again, you know, I'm prepared. Now what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing a lot of chaos. I see a lot of people running to the store, buying all the stuff, just like any other time when we have hurricanes, when we have any emergency. People are going to flip out and people are going to make decisions based in emotional belief. That's one of the things that I kind of blame the media. You know, there's a lot of conversations about the media. The media is passing a lot of information. I'm sure this is a great moment for the media to blast the president of the United States because elections are going on. So no matter what the president is going to do, it's not going to be good enough. It's not. They're going to find something wrong that they usually do. They are implementing scare tactics where they scare the people to buy all this stuff. And it always happened. The same thing happened here with hurricanes, right? And a lot of guys take that route in a way. And a lot of guys say, well, you know what? The media is making it a big deal. And I totally get that because I see that. But nevertheless, remember one thing. It's better to be over-prepared that, you know, less prepared. So it's better for you to buy things that you're going to use anyway. So what I like to do is that I buy things that I'm going to use. So I'll give you an example. If I get 10 cases of water, guess what? It's not going to get wasted because I got 3 kids. I got a wife. We drink water all the time. If we get another $150 in food because we want to buy extra food, again, it's not going to get waste, right? If we buy a bunch of toilet paper, apparently toilet paper is the thing, right? It's not going to get waste because you're going to use it. So try to buy things that you're going to be able to use if the situation doesn't happen, so you don't waste your money. Yes, you're putting $200-300 up front to buy all this in case something happens. Nothing happens, and guess what? You're going to use the stuff anyway. So it's kind of like you got to find like a healthy balance. I kind of hate how the media sometimes like overdo it and push it, but at the same time, preparedness is good. I tell you what, I think it was Matthews. And if we go back to Hurricane Matthews, I think maybe one person died here in Florida, and it was, I think, you know, don't quote me, but I think the person was driving when he wasn't supposed to drive, something like that. But then when we look at other countries, like down in, I think it was Haiti, I mean, like hundreds of people died. So again, you know, the fact that we have a really preparation plan, and a lot of times we execute that plan as a nation, and the fact that many people go out there and prepare for real, it's definitely a good thing because it's going to help you not die, or not die of starvation or something. I mean, I don't think it's going to get to that point, but I was just trying to make a point that over preparedness, sometimes people may look at it as a bad thing, but it not be necessarily a bad thing or a waste of money if you're buying things that you're going to utilize anyway. Like I said, baby wipes. We got a baby, so we're going to be using baby wipes. So if you buy a little bit extra, put it away. If you have a freezer, put it in the freezer. Like right now, as we're speaking, I got to get my fuel cans, and I'm going to go and fill up my fuel cans just in case. You know what? If in a couple of weeks nothing happened, I take my fuel cans and I put it in my truck. That's what I did with the last hurricane. I bought a bunch of fuel. I had about 20 gallons of fuel. I powered my generator, all that good stuff. Make sure everything was good to go. At the end of the day, I didn't use all the fuel. Boom, dump it in the truck. I'm not wasting my supplies. But here's the thing, this virus is something very serious. Obviously, everyone is talking about it. Every expert out there is talking about it. So we need to keep our ear open, and we need to be able to gather information so we can make our own decisions. Search in your state. Search in your state, because every state has a specific things that they're doing to help you. But again, look into what the state is doing. Look at what the city is doing. Like right now, yesterday, I guess the city of Palm Coast has like an app. I download the app. I got the app in my phone. Now I have access to communication. There's a way to set up a report and things like that. There's resources out there that you may be able to gather. You may be able to get information that you need in order for you to make the best decision. But the thing about this is that, again, a lot of people are going to wait into the last moment. And when you wait into the last moment, things like this happen. Chaos. People attacking each other. One of the last hurricane here, we had a guy pulling a gun in another guy over some gas dispute or something like that. So there's going to be chaos. And people say all the time, what about this? What about that? What about if this happened? What about, if we run out of food and we don't have food to eat, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be issue. There's going to be people stealing. There's going to be people doing horrific things. We see that in hurricanes all the time. We see people attacking stores. We see people breaking stores and stealing food. We see people breaking into houses, breaking into different places. I mean, you just got to be ready for it. In this channel right here, I have talked so much about this that it's not just coronavirus. It may be a hurricane, it may be a tornado, it may be, if you live in the up north, maybe the cold weather, things like that. You got to be able to be ready to sustain yourself. When it gets to the last moment, like it happens to everyone, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. What about if somebody attack me? What do I do? Well, you should have a gun. You should have enough ammunition. You should have a flashlight. You should have a radio so you can listen to information. You should have a power bank. I put links to these things down below. You should have a power bank so you could charge your cell phone if you don't have, a way to charge your cell phone and there's no electricity. You should have spare water. You should have some food for at least a couple of weeks so you could sustain yourself. You should have these things, You should have several things that are needed for your self-survival event. And again, you should have those things already. You should never wait into the moment that it happened to flip out and start looking for things, right? It's kind of like too late. So here's the thing. If you're not one of those guys, if you don't have a gun, if you don't have, like I have in here, a bucket of rice, couple bucket of rice. If you don't have some beans, if you don't have some food, if you don't have cases of water safe, if you don't have a way to do some things, it's easy. Start, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. So start little by little, get a book and write down things that you need. I need A, B, and C. I need to make myself an emergency kit. I need to make myself a survival kit. I need to make myself a personal defense kit. And then you write that stuff down, assign a priority. I like doing this, maybe you have 5 items, assign a priority, 1 to 5. And then, little by little, you start buying those things. You'll be surprised, guys. In a couple months, you have a lot of stuff. And if you can only got a specific things. Talk to people in your family. I got people in my family that have supplies that we could gather, that we could share, that we could bring different capabilities into the game, that we could talk and come out with a way to protect our family or, protect our neighborhood or whatever it is. I tell my kids all the time, why the wolf is so strong? Because of the pack, not because of him. It's the pack. So again, appreciate you guys watching. I really don't have much to share. I would say go into the website. find out what is some of the things that you should do, you should not do. The state is providing the stuff. Go and access that information. It's for us to be able to use. It's people that we elected for us to be able to use, right? So get that information. Talk to the local places, you know, that you may gather some information, and look at the information and start making decisions with the best information you have. Understand that the media may flip out a little bit. The media may put a little bit of scare on you. But nevertheless, even though that's not okay, that you stick to facts, nevertheless, being over-prepared is not going to kill anyone. Let me know what you think. Put comments down below. And as always, God is in control.